You don't need a mansion or a Hollywood name to leave behind a story that's more than just fame.
Me to need a will, just a family, or a cat plotting world domination. Welcome to Celebrity Estate Chaos, where we prove a lot of things. Like how estate chaos isn't just for millionaires with private islands, anyone with stuff, relatives, or that one weird collection you think nobody's fighting over. And chances are, they will. Anyone with...
Have you ever been staring at your computer screen, maybe checking your investment portfolio or your crypto balance, and just felt that icy prickle of paranoia?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that moment where you wonder if that random lag or that perfectly timed notification, if it means something highly sophisticated, is plotting against you.
Welcome to the digital cage match?
Exactly. Welcome to the deep dive, where we are jumping headfirst into probably the scariest showdown happening right now. Artificial intelligence versus artificial intelligence.
And the winner of this invisible digital war, it pretty much determines the fate of your bank account, your DIY investments, and absolutely your crypto.
For sure. And our mission today is, I think, really critical. We need to take all this chaos, you know, the headlines about deepfakes, massive ransomware attacks, huge data breaches,
All of it.
and synthesize it into practical, immediate defense strategies for you.
Because here's the cold, hard truth we have to start with.
Yeah.
Most DIY investors, most people really, their security habits are stuck firmly in 2012.
Oh, absolutely. We're still reusing the same password for our bank and our streaming service. We store private keys or, seed phrases in email drafts.
Or in a file called grocery list.
Right. And we just assume that antivirus software is this magical wizard that just handles everything.
Meanwhile, the whole battlefield has moved on. AI-powered cybercrime isn't coming in the future. It is here right now, and it's ruthlessly automated.
So today we're going to explore how the bad actors are weaponizing AI and, more importantly, give you the essential steps to make sure your personal cybersecurity survives this war.
Okay, so this new era of AI-powered chaos, I think the first hurdle we really have to get over is human complacency.
Right. That feeling of, I'm not a CEO, I don't run a huge company, I'm not rich enough to hack.
Exactly. Why would some super sophisticated criminal waste time on my little account?
But the thing is, the criminals aren't wasting time, are they?
Not at all. They are letting machine learning algorithms do all the heavy lifting. I mean, the old way of thinking about cybercrime was like a customized bank heist. Today, it's more like industrial scale foraging.
So if the algorithms are doing the work, why should the average investor worry? I mean, doesn't the AI want the huge payoff?
It wants the guaranteed, repeatable payoff. Think of it like this. AI hackers aren't targeting you because you're rich. They're targeting you because you're unprepared. They love small, easy snacks. If your account uses a common password or has weak 2FA, the algorithm immediately flags it as a fun-sized Snickers target.
A quick win.
A quick win. The cost to automate the attack is basically zero, so even a tiny successful breach is pure profit, just multiplied by millions of targets.
And the speed is what's terrifying. I mean, the sources we reviewed show these AI tools aren't just brute forcing. They're using predictive modeling.
Yeah, based on patterns from all those massive breaches in the past.
Which lets them crack a staggering, 51% of common passwords in under a minute?
Under a minute. So if you're still using password 123 or some variation of your dog's name, you're basically already hacked. The algorithm is just waiting for the right time to cash in.
This automation goes beyond passwords, right? It's moving into exploiting physical things.
It is, yeah. And we have these incredible and frankly shocking real-world case studies that show the scale of this.
Okay, let's start with the one that just sounds like a movie plot.
The Las Vegas casino. The one breached through a fish tank thermometer.
Yes. And this wasn't some sophisticated state actor. This was a hacker who got into the entire corporate network through a completely overlooked network-connected IoT device.
A thermometer. To keep the fish happy.
To keep the ornamental fish happy. A totally non-essential item attached to the network became the ultimate Achilles heel.
Wow.
And they stole a huge amount of high-value guest data. It ended up being a $40 million loss because the security team they forgot to segment the network or patch a thermostat.
The entry point was just completely unexpected.
And this is where it gets really interesting on the social engineering side. And this is very AI specific. The case of the deepfake CEO.
That one is terrifying. An employee gets a call from what sounds exactly like their CEO.
The voice, the accent, everything.
Perfect. The accent, the pitch, the cadence. Perfect. Demanding an urgent wire transfer for a, sensitive, time-critical acquisition.
And that instant authority, that voice clone, it worked.
It worked. The employee authorized a $243,000 transfer. It just proves that our natural trust in someone's voice is now a major vulnerability that AI can exploit so easily.
And the scale of this is driven by weaponizing generative AI itself, right? Hackers are now using tools like ChatGPT to write their ransomware code.
They are.
But how is that possible? Don't these platforms have, guardrails?
They do, but hackers get around them with highly technical or, evasive prompts. They might ask the AI to write a Python script for file encryption using non-standard libraries.
So it looks like a legitimate developer request.
Exactly. And the code it spits out is novel, it's new, which means traditional antivirus systems, which look for known bad code, they can't catch it. Generative AI is just accelerating the creation of thousands of new, undetectable threats a day.
If you connect that to the big picture, the scale is just staggering. I mean, remember the Colonial Pipeline attack?
Shut down the fuel supply for the entire U.S. East Coast.
And what caused that massive crisis?
Just one leaked password. A single password. They paid a $4.4 million ransom.
It's terrifying, but it shows how these huge outcomes can come from one single common human error.
And speaking of human error amplified by AI, you have the 2023 MGM resorts shutdown.
Right.
Hackers use social engineering plus AI to mimic employee credentials. Their goal wasn't just data, it was disruption. It led to over $100 million in losses. It froze everything from casino reservations to the slot machines.
So it raises a really important question. If these simple mistakes lead to massive outcomes for infrastructure, what does it mean for people handling their own high-risk, irreversible assets?
Like crypto.
Like crypto. Which brings us, I guess, directly to the crypto graveyard tour.
Yes. This is the quiet cemetery where billions of dollars have just vanished.
Mostly because we humans just trust ourselves too much in a system that is completely unforgiving.
The unique danger with crypto is exactly that. It's high value, high risk, and irreversible. There is no fraud department you can call.
Yep.
Once the money is drained, it's gone. For DIY investors, this is really the final frontier of personal security.
And in this graveyard, you see all these preventable tragedies. The common thread is always human error, but now that error is being exploited and accelerated by AI. You got the tombstone that reads, "Here lies Dave's 300 die. He reused passwords and stored his key on his desktop."
And the hacker's AI cracked his login in under 12 minutes, just by cross-referencing breached databases.
Then you see the victims of AI-enhanced phishing.
What?
RIP Sarah's Ethereum, lost to a fake Coinbase email.
And those emails are perfect now. AI tools can mimic the formatting, the logos, the jargon of major exchanges down to the pixel. You click the link, type in your credentials.
And an automated script just drains your wallet. Instantly.
Instantly.
Okay, let's talk about the most immediate, terrifying threat right now for digital assets. SIM swapping.
Yeah.
We have to talk about how this works.
SIM swapping is probably the leading cause of crypto theft in North America because it targets the one thing we use for authentication everywhere, our phone number.
Right.
So a hacker will socially engineer or even bribe a phone carrier employee to transfer your phone number, your SIM, to a device that they control.
And once they have your number, they have your digital life.
They do. They immediately use it to reset your passwords everywhere. Banks, email, crypto exchanges, because every single service sends that reset code via text message.
To the hijacked number.
Yeah.
It's just instantaneous financial disaster.
Total disaster.
And then there's the truly horrifying and so common mistake.
Yeah.
The seed phrase screenshot.
Ugh. Yeah. Taking a photo of your most sacred digital key and just storing it on your phone or in the cloud.
Which is connected to everything. Email, social media, all these third-party apps.
All of which are vulnerable, and you have automated bots just sweeping cloud services looking for these exact phrases.
And we also have to remember the risk of the exchanges themselves, right? Your crypto on an exchange isn't really yours.
It's not fully owned by you, no. History shows us with Mt. Gox or, more recently with FTX. If the exchange is breached or it collapses, your coins can just vanish.
That's a security risk that's separate from your own behavior,
Yeah.
but one you have to mitigate.
Absolutely.
So if the threats are this sophisticated, if we have AI fighting AI and criminals are using machine learning to write new code, is there any hope? What's the mindset shift we need?
The shift is that you don't need to be paranoid, but you absolutely do need to be prepared.
Right.
We have to stop treating cybersecurity like this optional chore and start treating it as a core part of your portfolio, just like risk and diversification.
I think the analogy has to change. It's not a safe anymore. We have to think of ourselves as a fortress that's actively defending itself against automated siege engines.
Exactly. And to do that, we need to bring in defensive AI, the good guy algorithms, to counter the bad guy algorithms. This is the real AI versus AI showdown.
So where are we seeing defensive AI being used?
Well, major financial institutions and security software are now using behavioral biometrics.
Okay, what's that?
It's AI that analyzes how you type, how fast you move your mouse, when you typically log in. So if an AI hacker or a fraudster tries to log into your account, the defensive AI flags it as anomalous, even if the password is correct.
Because the typing speed or the location is wrong.
The pattern is wrong, yeah. And that's the first layer of automated defense against things like deepfake credentials.
That's a great high-level example.
Yeah.
But let's get specific for the DIY investor. What are the practical steps we can take right now to escape the crypto graveyard?
Okay, we have 6 essential steps, starting with the foundation. Password management. Stop using your brain for passwords.
Your brain is tired.
Your brain is tired and it's predictable. You have to use a dedicated password manager.
Like 1Password, LastPass, or Bitwarden. Why are these so crucial against AI threats?
Because they generate and store truly long, complex, randomized passwords for every single site. An AI cracking tool might get a human password in a minute, but a 30-character random string that takes hundreds of years to crack.
You're just raising the difficulty bar so high that the AI moves on.
You're making yourself a terrible target. Yes.
Okay, step 2. Lock down your two-factor authentication, your 2FA. Turn it on everywhere, but, and this is critical, never use SMS 2FA.
We saw why. SMS is tied to your phone number, which makes it fatally vulnerable to SIM swapping. You have to use authenticator apps.
Like Authy or Google Authenticator.
Right. They generate a time-based code that's tied to your specific device, not your phone number.
And for the ultimate defense against SIM swapping, the nuclear option.
Hardware keys, like a YubiKey or a similar device. This is a small physical key you plug into your device or tap against it.
So it's physical token.
It's a physical token. It means even if a hacker has your password and your phone number, they physically cannot authenticate without that key in their hand. It defeats every single remote AI attack.
Okay, step 3 is non-negotiable for anyone with serious digital assets. Move your crypto OFF the exchange.
If the exchange holds your private keys, they own the crypto, and they are a massive target for hacks. You need cold storage.
Hardware wallets like Ledger, Trezor, or Coldcard.
Yes. This moves the private key completely offline, making it impervious to remote hacking. It's like taking your cash out of a public vault and putting it in your own private underground bunker.
And once you have that cold wallet, the seed phrase is everything. So step 4, seed phrase security.
Treat it like a sacred scroll. No photos, no screenshots, no emails, no cloud backups. An AI bot sweeping the cloud for a 12 or 24-word pattern is your single biggest risk here.
So you write it down.
Write it on paper, engrave it on a steel plate, and store multiple copies in different physically secure, fireproof places.
Step 5 is device management, which sounds kind of boring, but is essential.
It's so essential. Update all your apps and devices weekly. Old software is an unlocked door. Hackers love vulnerabilities that have known patches that people just haven't applied.
And for people with significant assets.
Consider using a dedicated, cheap device, a separate tablet or laptop that you only use for banking and investing.
Why does that reduce the risk so much?
Because you eliminate 80% of your exposure. That device never touches social media, strange email attachments, random downloads. It only accesses your exchange or your bank login. You minimize the attack surface.
And finally, step 6, family cyber hygiene.
Yes. Aunt Linda clicking that you want a free cruise email puts everyone at risk, especially if your accounts are connected in any way.
So you have to teach family the basics.
The basics. Never answer unexpected calls asking for money, never share codes, and assume any urgent wire transfer request from the CEO is a deepfake scam until proven otherwise. Have a family code word.
And this all leads to the need for formalized preparedness. You need more than just tools, you need a structure. An identity theft plan, backup methods, and a digital asset inheritance plan.
Right. This requires organization, checklists, making sure your assets don't just vanish because nobody knew where Grandpa Joe's safe place was. You need a written protocol.
For assistance in creating those kinds of formalized security protocols, those checklists, and digital inheritance guides. Well, today's deep dive is brought to you by author Tina Jin. Go get assistance in her books or toolkits. You'll find the link in the description below.
And having those structured resources just ensures your family has clear instructions, keys, backup codes for your cold wallets, all of it. Without a plan, your assets die with you. It's a tragedy that happens every single day in the digital world.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Let's zoom out. You are a target right now, maybe not someday,
Yeah.
right now.
And the unprepared are the absolute easiest targets for these automated systems.
The digital battlefield has changed fundamentally. AI has dramatically reduced the barrier to entry for criminals.
But the good news is we have defensive AI and we have structured protocols to fight back.
You don't have to become a cybersecurity expert overnight. A dash of awareness, a good password manager, a switch to hardware-based 2FA, a cold wallet.
These simple, decisive steps are generally enough to keep you well outside the crypto graveyard.
You have to protect your digital life like your financial future depends on it.
Because it absolutely does.
And here's the final provocative thought to leave you with. If cybercriminals are this scary now, using machine learning to exploit human weakness, imagine what happens in the next evolution. What happens when their criminal AI begins training other criminal AI systems, accelerating discovery with no human input at all? The next chapter of this war isn't humans versus robots. It's robots raising robots.
Please fasten your digital seatbelts.
Until next time, stay safe and stay vigilant.
That's a wrap for today's chaos. If you learned something, laughed a little, or now feel slightly more prepared for life's curveballs, we've done our job. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and follow us on social media. Catch us on Spotify, YouTube, and anywhere podcasts make you rethink your to-do list. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, if it's important and unexpected, we probably cover it. Stay safe, stay curious, and we'll see you next time.